Well, hey there. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, but you can call me Pajama Grandma. In case we haven't met yet, go ahead and put hashtag pajama in the comments below. Then I know it is the first time you are being exposed to the Pajama Grandma, because I like to say hi and get to know people that actually are brave enough to say hi and interact and be real human beings. If that's you, raise your hand by saying hashtag pajama and let's just have a little conversation. Or not, just say hi. Today is actually day 193 of sharing what I'm up to with respect to moving from the brick and mortar traditional world of business, a quarter century of corporate America, that's a lot of corporate America, to the online world and how that transition is going for me, what I'm doing that's working, what I'm doing that's epically failing, what I'm doing that's shiny object syndrome and distracts me for entire days, like yesterday, but was awesome. Yesterday, I was on a 12 plus hour, I think it was just about 12 hours, live build by a gentleman by the name of Larson. Larson is incredible. He's a total funnel geek, and not really a funnel geek, but he totally is everything, all funnels, all sales funnels, click funnels, but he's really all about teaching you the importance of storytelling and offers. And I've got a gazillion stories, but I don't necessarily know how to tell those stories or what story is appropriate for what situation. Like, your alarm shouldn't go off in the middle of your Facebook Live. Yeah, whatever. How many times has my alarm gone off in the last 193 days during my Facebook Live? Probably a lot, because I don't pay attention to the time on my clock when I start talking. And some days I talk a lot, some days I just talk a little. But today there's a lot on my mind because I'm a little nervous about starting a 30-day challenge. I'm in a group that's doing a 30-day challenge, and it's got themes. So for example, today is story, tomorrow is share a book, and kind of a book review or share a book that you've read or are reading. Let's see, what are the themes? I don't have them right in front of me, but the one I'm scared about and nervous about is there's a day, I think it's Friday actually, it's 60 seconds. In 60 seconds, we have to share something meaningful and valuable to the audience. And I'm like, it's hard for me to do anything in 60 seconds. So I'm a little nervous and excited about that one, because what I'm doing for this 30-day challenge is something really different than what I've done in the past with these Facebook Live challenges or with my Facebook Live. I do the daily scare share, so that has a theme every day, and I just do, something to stretch my comfort zone every day. This one, I just talk about what's going on in my personal experiences, what's working, what's not, what I've tried, what I'm having technical difficulties with. I mean, those are the worst ones, right? When I'm struggling for 2 weeks on the same silly problem that if I would just ask, I could probably get it solved in about a day. I'm learning, I'm getting better, I'm getting a lot better, I'm getting a lot less frustrated by technical challenges and things that don't go right, especially when it comes to outside tools. There's tools and things that we use that just don't always work the way they're supposed to, and we can get all bent out of shape and think it's the end of the world, or we can say, okay, well, I'm going to do something else right now. I'm getting really good at saying, I'm going to do something else right now, because there's always something else we can be doing, right, to move our life or our business or whatever we're thinking about ahead. We're never only faced with, oh, this is the only thing we can do and there's no other possibilities. We always have infinite possibilities, and if we keep that in mind, then we never have to be frustrated or upset about things that don't need to make us upset. Now, are we still going to get upset? Absolutely. I still get upset. I think I have a pretty positive outlook on things, but there are days that I just go batshit crazy and get upset. It's human nature. We're all human beings, and we can't expect anything less of ourselves. So yesterday I spent that entire day on that, and I did not practice my webinar. Now, I felt guilty about it because I told myself I was going to do it every single day until I feel comfortable with it. But what the live build was going through how to build your presentation slides, slide by slide by slide, what to put on it, what to say, why you say it, and how you say it. So it was really, really valuable because it did a couple of things for me personally. Number one, it reinforced that I do know what I'm doing and I do know what I'm talking about. And I've got it about 90% right. And I'm dead nuts on most of it. But there are some areas that I can improve and some things that I want to go in and change and make better, especially when it comes to the way my slides look and the aesthetics of it and the presentation of it. Because I tend to put way too much in there, if you can imagine that, like way too much. I try to share way too much, which makes it way too long, and people get burnt out because it's too much information. And I'm forgetting that I need to teach them what to do, not all of how to do it and dump everything on them, because it's overwhelming. And when people are overwhelmed, when I'm overwhelmed, I freeze and I procrastinate and I say no. Well, so does everybody else. So that was one of the biggest things that I learned yesterday. So I'm going to go back in and change a lot of my slides. I'm going to see my grandmother today. My grandma's almost 99. Every opportunity I get to go visit that beautiful woman, I am going to see that beautiful woman. Again, it ends up being like a whole day project. So I'm moving my schedule around, moving around things that I have to do. But I will do my webinar tonight. I'm going to do it today sometime, just as it is, because after what I learned yesterday, I'm going to go through it. And I think as I'm doing it, I'm going to take notes, and it'll really highlight what I need to change and what I want to change. Now, one of the interesting things that Stephen says he does is in the notes section of his presentation, he actually scripts out everything and everything he's going to say. I don't do that. I want to say I wing it, but I don't wing it because it's my stories, it's my stuff. So it's my knowledge, it's things I've done in my experience. So it's not really winging it, but how I say it is sort of winging it. So I might take his advice, and I probably won't do it until this weekend because I need a little more time. But I might actually do what he does, and in the notes section, script out everything. And then try presenting it and see how that works for me. But I'm still going to get back on the horse today and do it as it is. And even though I know it's not perfect, the practice is good for me to point out and know what needs to change. I mean, I've already gotten like 45, 50 minutes out of it because I stopped deviating and telling all these stories that just aren't necessary. And I need to get better and better and better at that. And I think if I do like Stephen does on the slides, he just has a picture and then his notes are the things that my slides say. I think that will make it so that I don't overshare, because I'm an oversharer. And there's no doubt about that. Ask anyone who knows me, I share way too much. But that's just who I am. And my name's Sharon, right? So I'm supposed to share a lot. If I was a Care Bear, I would be share a lot. All right, so that's what I'm working on today. Going to see Grandma. I'm going to do my webinar again. And even though I know it stinks and it's not perfect and it's way too long, I'm going to keep practicing it. And if the people on my page, I guess I thought about that. I thought, well, I'm kind of scared to do it on my Facebook page. But the reason I'm doing it there is live people show up. And even though they're not my target audience, it's a really safe, even though it's a scary place, it's a safe place to practice because I'm putting the pressure on myself to do it in front of a live audience, even though they're not my ideal audience. So, I mean, if people don't want to watch it, they're not going to watch it. I am getting a little feedback, even though they're not my target audience. The feedback is good. The feedback I got yesterday was, hey, your introduction is way too long. But then by watching Stephen's thing, I'm like, okay, actually my introduction is perfect according to the formula and what we're supposed to be doing. So even though the one person gave me feedback that it's too long and it doesn't work for them, now they can go back and watch the replay and just fast forward to what they want to see. But they wanted me to actually teach and give all my details up front and then introduce myself and see if they want to listen to me. And all of the proven strategies say, no, you can't do it that way. People won't get your message unless they hear the story of why you're sharing the message. Because people don't care about your message until they know why you're sharing it and why they should care about you presenting that message to them. As much as they say they want to not hear that part and see that part, without that part, they would never be interested anyway. So there's no sense changing it around because one person says, this is too long for me. I don't like this format. I've been watching webinars for 4 years and this doesn't work for me. Okay, well, it doesn't work for you, but that means you're probably not my target audience and you're probably not the person that I can help with what it is that I do anyway. So that is it today. That is probably going to take up my entire day, that and sneaking in my coaching calls because I owe a couple people some feedback. Have a fantastic day. I'm excited for today. I'm excited for this new 30-day challenge. It's a way for me to actually repurpose and reuse some information that I've been using and sharing anyway. And it's a way for me to streamline my process, a process that I teach people to supersize their business in a way that's kind of creative and unique and gets more people involved. So have a fantastic day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.